What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're right on time today. Welcome to Fishy Hour. This is Fishy Hour with Roman and Brian. Speaking of Brian, let's bring him up here. Go split screen with you, Brian. Here we go. Yeah! Brian's got
there
me
we
on
go.
live.
What's up? Wednesday night.
Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So let's see. How you doing?
I'm great, man. I've had a busy day, but I'm ready to chill, hang out in the guys, and talk about fishing. So
Very cool.
Rush, and now I can relax.
Very cool.
How about yourself?
Yeah, same thing. So, I'm ready for the show. I'm ready to hang out. Let's do some shout outs. I see Muto in the house. What up, Muto? I see Eric. What's up? Let's do it. Captain Dan, T-minus 1 minute, standby to go live. We totally saw that warning, Captain Dan, and we started 10 seconds early just so we'd be right on time. Leonard, what up? MFC. I think I'm missing you. I'm missing the. Ooh, what was this? A new feature. Ooh, new feature here, guys. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so I just started the live thing, and then on this end, YouTube is telling me I have a new feature. It says add a stream marker. I can click a stream marker while we're doing something, and that way I can mark them before they go. That's pretty cool. Okay.
What?
Sorry, not expecting that. Let's continue with the shout outs. I see Jet. I see Leonard. I see Captain Adobo. I see Alex. I see Jesus. What's up, Jesus? I see Mike B. Salty Dangler in the house. Click it. Click what?
Oh, Leonard,
click
Jet, Salty Dangler. Hey, everybody's in there. Ujo.
There we go. All right, the song is done. So now it's time to have some fun. So,
Yes.
can you say something, Brian? I'm not sure if the audio is okay. Can you say just check 1 2?
Check 1 2.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
I think just the intro music was a little bit loud, but you're good. I can hear you now better. Very cool. So, guys, before we start, this is what we're gonna start doing every time we start this show. Is we're gonna do a little share. So, if you haven't already, let's see, where is it? FH share. The Nightbot is gonna put a little link in there for you guys that says "Come watch Fishy Hour with me." ... and it's gonna have a link. fishyhour.com/live. There it is. Oh yeah, come watch. Copy and paste that into your chat, into your text, and invite a friend that you think would enjoy the show today. Here's what we're going to be talking about. Brian, you want to give us a little overview of what we're talking about today while they decide to share this with their friends or not? Please do.
So guys, hang in there. First, we're going to open our drinks and announcements. That's how we always start the show. And we're going to do a tournament recap. Last Saturday, we had a tournament, and we're going to do a recap of the results and how it went. Next topic, we're going to talk about this summer, a recap of the summer. It's been an awesome summer. We're coming into fall now, so we're going to do a little bit of talking about what we learned basically this summer. And we're also going to talk about our main topic tonight is the water's cooling down, and what do we do? How are we going to approach it? And we're going to be talking about, believe it or not, we're going to be talking about targeting a different fish than a spotty. Sorry. But
I was kidding.
It's a fish we all love. It's kind of like a cousin to the spotty. So we're going to talk about targeting a different fish.
I don't know if we all love it. I mean, it's like, man, it's a fish. Well, okay, cool. So, guys, if you thanks for sharing it. If you were able to text that to a friend or share it with a friend, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you're already in here, let's see 5 likes, 15 people. If you guys hit the like button, YouTube will know to share it to other people that are already subscribed to the channel, so it'll send them a little reminder. You guys get the reminder first because you guys are diehards and you guys come all the time, so welcome. Okay, so first order of business is to do the sodas. Ready? Or the drinks?
Yes.
Hope you guys got your drink. If you're new to the show, which I doubt, here's the rules. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard, 1 being the worst, rate this pop top. You ready, Brian?
I am ready. I'm trying something new this week. Some kind of AHA sparkling water.
Aha.
See how it goes. Aha. See how it... Little fast.
That was
Little
good.
fast.
That was good. Ooh. The pour.
There we go.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
I give you an applause.
Thank you.
Very good. All right, guys. Muto's like, my ears.
I've got this
Muto.
super sensitive mic.
Next
guys.
time we're going to do a warning, okay? So, fair warning. You might want to turn this thing down. Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go. I'm stepping it up this time. Hopefully, hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. Here we go. Ready? Here's mine.
Wait, what are you doing differently?
I have a different mic set up for it. Oh, and I'm drinking Sevia. Hashtag not sponsored, but I should be. I probably do more promo for Sevia than anybody else in the world besides Sevia themselves. There we go.
Why are you holding the soda set down so low? Is this pre-recorded?
No, it's a different mic. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Oh, that was definitely a good one, dude. that was a quality one.
I don't know if that was too loud or not. What do you think?
That may have been one of your top 10s, dude. That was good.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody. Hope you're enjoying a beverage like us.
Cheers. Very good. Clean and crispy, says Salty.
Wednesday night and good times.
That was good.
It's instead of Miller time, it's water time.
Right, we got the pop top. We got the pop top wars going here. Good one, but no fizz. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get the cup, man.
I know
That's 50% of the battle.
Exactly. All right. Need ambience, Roman. Reverb. Oh, reverb. Oh, yeah. Yeah, reverb. Got it. It does add.
You know, what is this going to turn into, really? Because we've kind of evolved our mics, and now you've gone to a higher mic, and now that's going to force me to do something. So maybe next week I'll have to come up with
open mine in a can. I'm gonna open mine in a big hollow container so it echoes extra.
Like a 55-gallon drum with it. Where's this gonna go? When's this competition gonna end?
So funny. You can add some distortion to it like a guitar.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Anyway, that's some good scores you got there. 9-5, 9-5, 9-9,
Thanks,
Leonard 9-9, Zach 9-3. So solid pop top. I think that's a big improvement for you there.
Yeah, definitely. All it took was a lot of money worth of mics.
Yeah. Money well spent.
Yeah, money well spent. Yeah, I had the mic set up for my second interviewee, like when they used to do interviews in person. So I have the second mic anyway. So might as well put it to use. Okay.
Heck yeah.
So you guys ready to start? Is there anything we need to ask the? Oh yeah. I have one announcement. Are we gonna jump into announcements already?
Go with your announcements.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one announcement, guys. I know you guys saw the video with the lobster trap setup, the hoop net setup, and when we did the buoys, I put on some of these stickers that I had lying around. Where are they? Let me go full real quick. Full.
Yeah.
I put up some of these stickers I had lying around because I ordered a set of these, and basically I gave them away to some of you guys. I gave you a pair. I gave you a right and a left, and they're like, each sticker is about 8.5 inches long. It's pretty durable. I put them on my kayak. It's been on there for a while. Actually, on my buoys. And I know some of you guys put them on your kayaks. You get a right and a left, so you can put one on each side of the kayak, and they'll both still be facing forward. And the Mad Max will be in the correct direction. See? Okay, they're pretty reflective, so you put them in the back of the kayak, so that way when it's sticking out the back of your car, you can still kind of see it. Anyway, I ordered a bunch of them. I ordered 50 pairs, and I'm keeping 10 for whatever I'm using them for, and maybe for giveaways later. But I put them up on the website. I know some of you guys were asking about them, so let me show you guys where I put them real quick. So if you go to shop.romancastro.com, let's see. I wonder if I have a link here. They should be at the top of the list. Let's see. There it is. Yeah. Get MMFC, Grumpy Spotty, and Angry Butt stuff. Okay, let me show you guys that real quick. Share. All right, so they're here. Okay. They're $18. You get the actual. I'm clicking on the display, but not the actual screen. Let me bring up the actual screen. Here it is. You get the actual stickers. You get 2. They're about 8.5 inches long and reflective, high quality. They should last a while, even on your kayak in salt water. I put them on my buoys. So far, so good. I know some of you guys are using them on your kayak, so let me know how they've been performing for you. And while you're there, there's other stuff you can check out. Check out the Roman Castro shop. You got all the Mad Max gear. You got some No Skunk stickers you can get. Got some jigs that my friend made, Carrie. Here's some Angry Butt stuff. Sorry, Grumpy Spotty stuff. Shirts, stickers, sticker flags. There's Angry Butt stuff here too. I know most of you guys know about all this stuff anyway, but I know some of you guys don't. So I wanted to share that. And also just let you guys know that we are doing, whoa, let me go back to guest split. Just remind you guys that those are actually available now. So I just put those up. There's only 40 pairs available. Only 40. So once we sell out, I don't know when I'll make another order, because I'm like in the hole a lot for all of these stickers. So, and like the minimum order is like 50. So I had to do 50 rights, 50 lefts. And so there you go. Once if we sell all of those, then I can use some of that money to start to do reorder on these flags. Okay, if you guys are interested in getting some of these flags. But anyway, that's the update on the stickers. Again, it's shop.romancastro.com, and you can see all the different options, all different things we have available for sale. Cool. I'm done.
Am I on?
Yeah, on, just kidding. Yeah, you're on.
Is it working? No.
This thing on? All right. That's all. That's the announcements I have for my part, Brian.
Yeah, I really don't have any announcements. I'm still waiting to hear back from Nick. I think next week, I'm talking about the IGFA line category. This is the month they're meeting, and I'm expecting a call sometime this week or next week. So hopefully I'll have an update on that. And by the way, I don't know if Wayne is in there from the CCNA. Thank you, Wayne, for sending the IGFA that letter that you are basically backing me in the MMFC as opening up the world record category, line category for spotted bay bass. That carried a lot of weight, so I want to thank you again for sending that email. And they did mention you, and I think that gave it a little extra nudge to hopefully getting that approved.
Very cool.
As far as announcements, that's it for me.
Okay. Cool. So let's get on with it then.
Let's get on with it, guys. So,
okay. So before we start with this, which part are we doing next?
I'm going to talk about the summer recap.
Perfect. Okay. Remind me when you want these guys to really interact, because I'm going to push them.
Guys, okay. So this is like an interaction portion. So I'm going to be talking about my summer, and I want you guys in chat, and Roman's going to field the chat and stop me talking, because I tend to ramble a lot.
We should make a stop sound.
Talk.
Whenever somebody asks a good question, we're going to do this. Ask it.
Perfect. I like that. Let's do that.
That's like a polite way to interrupt you.
Not so much a question. It doesn't have to be a question either, but like a comment. So okay. If I'm going to be talking about my summer experiences. Hopefully, if you can relate to something I'm talking about, you can chime in chat, and we can stop and discuss some of your summer experiences. It's been a crazy summer, guys.
Yeah, it has been.
So, I mean, summer 2020, what is it going to be mainly known for? I mean, if we look back at this episode next summer, the end of next summer, what are we going to think of? And what I think of is the beginning of the summer, March and April. I guess when we first started getting it, when it was announced that they're shutting the bays down for fishing. And it was, I mean, as a guy that goes fishing all the time, it was pretty devastating. I mean, I think we went 34 days, maybe even a little longer than that. I can't quite remember the total days we were out, but I just remember the bay being shut down and thinking, how long is this going to last? Because it was shut down because of COVID. And, it was just, what do I do with my time now? And we were pretty much all in lockdown. And something, I guess, good happened from that, though. All of a sudden, this guy I heard about named Roman started this fishing show called Fishy Hour. And my son told me about it. He's like, hey, you should watch it. So I watched the very first episode. And I think I was either the first caller or second caller in. Because
yeah, you were.
I wasn't very happy that we couldn't fish because I'm used to going to my San Diego Anglers Club, all these clubs, being in tournaments and talking to all my Instagram buddies and, just talking fishing and hanging out. And I was all gone. So this guy named Roman started an awesome show called Fishy Hour. And look what it's bloomed into. I mean, this summer has been great because the MMFC was formed, which is our fishing club for this show. And I met like a lot of new fishermen that I probably never would have met. I met a lot of kayakers, just a lot of shore pounders. I met a lot of people through Fishy Hour and through MMFC. So for my summer, I mean, that was one of the bonuses. Even though we're still in kind of a lockdown, not lockdown, but shutdown, we can't hang out with each other. The outings have been cool. I mean, you introduced Discord, and right. Thank you, Roman, for all this.
I think that was a kind of an innovation in our I guess in our fishing community. Like nobody's doing that before, to be able to talk like that on the water. So that was I got to take full credit for that one, for bringing that from the video gaming world over to the fishing world. And then I have some cool comments coming through. Let me just read through some of these. First of all,
where's the chime at? I want to hear the chime.
Oh, here we go. Well, let's do this. That one's for Cal, because Cal just picked up. Hey, Cal, is it okay if I say what you just bought? Cal just picked up 3 sets of Mad Max Hollow stickers. Wow. Look at that. Ciao! Right on, Cal. Thank you. Let's see.
And I'm going to say something about those stickers. Those things are stuck on your lobster buoy, so those things must be super durable. If they're quality enough to stay stuck to that while they're floating in the water, they're not like just some cheap cheap stickers.
Stickers, yeah. These aren't the paper. They're like I think they're like a vinyl, but it's thick, and they're doing well on the buoy so far. Again, in salt water. Let's do a quick. Alex Norton says, "Angry Butt stuff. Are we still talking about fishing?" Yes, we are. Angry Butt is just one of the other drawings I made about halibut. And I thought it would be cool on a shirt. I made it. I like to wear it. And if you want to wear it on too, you can have it. Okay. So that's just really, really basic. That's my philosophy on making stuff. I want to see stuff come into existence. And if it's not out there and I want to see it come into existence bad enough, I'll just make it. And then if anybody else also wants it, it's there. Okay. Dario says, I got the smaller one, but definitely want those. Okay, cool. Yeah, the smaller ones, those are plastic, but they're not as, I don't think they're as durable as these bigger ones. These are like 8.5. Anyway, Dario. Okay, so Aaron says, hello, Brian, Roman, and everyone. What's up? What's up, Aaron? Welcome to the show. See Hyder. What up, Hyder?
Store founder extraordinaire, Aaron.
Yeah, right. Former guest of the show. Previous guest of the show. Leonard says the creation of MMFC was a good thing that came up this summer. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's a question. Jesus Lopez says, just real quick. Last time I was on, I asked about my large A rig. Would it work in the bay? It's about twice as big as the one you use.
Can we pause that?
Yes.
We're come back. Can I answer that later?
Yes.
Can I answer that later?
Yes.
I'll definitely get back to that.
Perfect.
But hang in there. That's going to be near the end of the show because I definitely have some show and tell on A rigs.
Very cool. Very cool. Cool. Okay. Good. Right. Hyder says, way to explain free market capitalism, Roman. That's true, right? That's funny. Okay, go for it. Let's move it on. along.
Okay, so if you guys do have any comments about summer recaps, I'll start, like I said, Roman kicked off this show, and basically we watched Roman talk on Fishy Hour 5 nights a week while we couldn't fish. And I can remember everybody calling in and talking about fishing. And I think it was like a relief because we couldn't go fishing. So at the end of the day, we all sat there and talked in chat and listened to Roman talk about fishing. And thank you, Roman, because that made that time period, whatever it was, 35 days or whatever, where we couldn't fish. We could at least go out. We could at least not go out. We could at least be online talking about fishing, and that was cool.
Yeah, I saw it like it was even like a good therapy for me too. Like not therapy, but like it was I felt the same way about it as you guys did. Like I got to talk about fishing with you guys, so that was good.
Yeah, it was cool. And with me, that stemmed into me doing an interview, which I really enjoyed, and talking with Roman, becoming a co-host on Wednesday night, and I'm really enjoying doing that. And I appreciate you letting me on the show, Roman, every Wednesday. I always have fun doing it. I love. One thing anybody knows about me is I love to talk about fishing. So I could probably put on a 3-hour show if I wanted to sit here, talk and ramble and ramble and ramble. Not that anybody would want to see that, but I like that. The obvious guys know that I like to talk about fishing.
Very cool.
So that's what. Thank you, Roman, for putting out Fishy Hour. Still enjoying it. So hopefully we never go through that lockdown period again. But if we do, guess what? We're still going to be here, right?
Yeah, and then I talked about this before too. If we do go into full lockdown, guys, we will do 5 days a week. Even if we don't do trivia not on Friday, I'll at least jump on and just talk with you guys. So yeah, if we do full lockdown where it's like okay, only essentials like we were that first month, then we will do 5 nights a week. Okay, well, I'll do 5 nights a week. Brian's welcome to jump in to any of those nights. And I know Coach showed interest in maybe doing a night too. So if we do end up going to lockdown, we're all going to be stuck at home anyway, so we can all hang out.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. Let's cross our fingers. That's hopefully behind us, and hopefully we're going forward. So after that, this summer we did 3 derbies. One of them was with the CCA. One of them was our small pole challenge. And one was this weekend, which was an open gear tournament, and that was a lot of fun. I think for a club we got together, we almost swept the CCA one. Somebody came in at the last second and beat us for biggest halibut, but we almost swept it. So great job MMFC on that first tournament. And second tournament, small pole challenge. I think that was one of the funnest tournaments I've ever fished. That
was super fun. So Doug
says,
that
was fun. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go ahead.
Doug says, I told my wife it's 6 nights a week. The show. He goes in the
garage. What are you doing,
watches,
Doug?
He goes in the garage and watches the show. Yeah. That's so good.
That's hilarious. So good.
And then Jesse's got a comment that says, this was my first summer fishing in California. Welcome to California, Jesse.
Oh.
I'm happy I figured out how to catch fish here with your help nonetheless. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool, Jesse.
I think Jesse is our float tuber too, or float tube pontooner, or whatever you call it thing. I think that's Jesse, right?
Yeah, that's right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What else?
Once with Jesse, and he's got the biggest float tube I've ever seen, if that's what you call that thing.
Muto says, I love fishing during lockdown. Nobody said anything in Carlsbad. The cops just waved and they walked by. Leonard says, small rod. Leonard said, small rod challenge was so much fun. Very cool. And Doug says, 3 or 4 hours a show. Wow. 3 or 4 hours a show. That's because he puts it on loop.
Wow. Can you listen to us talk that long? I don't know. That'd be a long time. It's either I watch Fishy Hour or Lord of the Rings. So, all right. So the 3 derbies were a lot of fun. This summer for me, for lure-wise, this was my summer. I'm going to call it summer of the A-rig. I really fell in love with that this summer. Of course, I always fish the underspin, but the A-rig for me did great this summer. I caught, I think, 2 of my biggest fish on the A-rig this summer, my biggest halibut, my biggest spotty, and I caught my biggest sand bass on the underspin, cool bait underspin. So the A-rigs worked for me this summer. Have you had any standout lures for you this summer? Let me guess. Are you pausing?
I'm trying to think of another lure that stood out to me.
Well,
I know so I'm just gonna talk about not a lure that stood out to me like, oh, it catches a ton of fish more than my Ned rig, because I'm used to fishing the Ned rig, but I had that breakthrough where I was like when I figured out what it's supposed to feel like before you get a bite on the underspin. Remember we talked about it a couple of shows ago?
Yeah.
Where like
you felt the underspin is supposed to feel like.
Yeah, I was fishing too heavy and I was basically just dragging it along the bottom. And once I started fishing a lighter lead head in shallower water, I could actually feel it swim better. And then with the lighter setup, it just worked. And I was actually getting bites from the swimming action, not just from like dragging it along and getting lucky, I guess.
So guys, in chat, what was your guys' kind of like breakout lure. It could be like yours could be the Ned rig. You could have said Ned rig. We know it's the Ned rig. You don't have to push something else. We know you fished the Ned rig. It's okay. You can say it. But you guys,
I found my number 2.
what was kind of your standout lure? And I'm talking the whole summer. What was your go-to? Like, hey, I'm gonna go to this lure because I feel comfortable. I've catching fish all summer with it. So, what were you guys
Okay, so
fishing?
Cal's got a good. First of all, I want to say what's up to Roger Stern. What up, Roger? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I know you don't have to hang out with us, and you chose to, so welcome. Also, Dog Dude Drone. What up, Zach? Speaking of float tubes, if you guys go another. Sorry,
say something to Zach. That was a cool video. I saw you on YouTube. YouTube video, Zach. That was a cool video this week from Float Tube.
Very cool. He said, speaking of float tubes, if you guys do go to another spot go to another spot that is float tube friendly, like Tidelands, I'd like to be there next time. Okay, cool. Very cool. We'll let you know. We'll let you know where we're going anytime, and you're always welcome to join us at the float tube, dude. Even when we go to Spanish Landing, we don't go that far. Anyway, you could probably float tube it. Okay, so Zach says COVID forced me to slow down in life and end up buying a Hobie kayak. I found Roman and Fishy Hour. I had so much fun hanging out with MMSC and learning about fishing, kayaking, and lobstering. That's a really good wrap up, dude. I appreciate that. Very cool. Very cool. Zach's been out there. We had like our last mission to get lobsters was pretty scary because we were in the fog. It's pretty gnarly, but it was 5 of us. It was definitely a mission. Definitely a mission. And see, Aaron says, the lure of the year for me is a dart spin. Very cool.
Yeah.
Dart spin. Yep. Dog Dude Drone says any underspin. Very cool. Leonard says I learned how to fish the Ned rig. Yo!
Go Leonard.
I gotta let him up. The audience is reacting, Leonard. The audience. It's not me. It's the in-studio audience.
I don't know how to fish a Ned rig, honestly. I don't fish that thing ever. I probably only caught 5 fish on Ned rigs, so fishing slow. I'm gonna put that on my list of things to give it a shot.
No, you don't. You're banned. You're banned from the Ned rig because then I'll never be able to catch as many fish as you.
Yeah, but it's a learning curve. I'm assuming you don't just throw the Ned rig in there and you're a pro, right? You got to learn how to fish it.
That's exactly how it works.
I got to look this thing up. I'm going to check that out.
That's so funny.
Let's see what's going on with this Ned rig.
Okay.
All right.
You guys should do.
So for me, like I said, the A rig. The conditions this summer, I think, were pretty similar to past summers. Nothing like spectacular, nothing terrible. It's just kind of normal summer fishing. I think it started out with the water temperature in July was 73, August was 74, September hit 68. Now it's cooling down to like 66, 65. So normal temperatures. I think we got an extra couple weeks though of summer this time. I think the temperature was a little warmer, a little longer maybe, but as far as summer fishing goes, it was great. I mean, caught tons of spotties. I mean, if we added up how many spotties we caught this summer, God, be in the millions, right?
Very cool. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So for me, I'm going to report my big fish of the summer, my 3 big fish. And I want you guys to also put in chat if you want to. It doesn't have to be like a huge fish, or a standout fish, something you caught that was
your favorite catch of the summer.
Favorite fish, or your biggest spotty, or maybe your biggest halibut. So for me,
Hey, Brian, hold on, Brian. I'm gonna read through some of these chats before we get too far behind. Okay. On your previous question, I think Salty said crankbait in spring. Summer choice was a variety pack of anything I could throw. Very cool. Mike B says first time fishing with you guys last weekend with the kids. Oh yeah, that was cool. Was a great time. First time fishing in the fog. LOL, learning lots of you guys. Oh, very cool, Mike. That was fun. We didn't see you leave, so I hope you had a good outing. So it sounds like you did. Hyder says this was my first summer on the bays. I've been a freshwater guy. Fishy Hour and MMFC have helped me get through the learning curve faster. Very cool. Thanks all you guys and gals. Very cool. Let's see.
Hyder. It's always good fishing with you too, Hyder.
Yeah. Yep. Very positive.
I consider Hyder like the guy of shenanigans. He's got like a very distinctive, funny laugh, and he's always funny. He's always got a good attitude. So awesome summer with you out there. Glad you learned some stuff.
Roger says Jigpara spin. Cool. That's his lure of the summer. Dog Dude Drone says I caught a mackerel on the Ned rig, dude. This thing is so slow. Oh, so my thing is so
Back
slow.
on the net rig, huh? That must be like when you're retrieving it in, huh?
Yeah, I've catch them on the Mac. I've caught mics before too. So Jesse says the first trip to Newport Bay, I caught 45 fish on the tailspin. Best trip of the year. That sounds like an awesome trip, dude. Very cool. Jesse.
Hey, did you do it all on one tailspin? Like, did you lose anything, or was that one lure all 45 fish?
Great question. Dog Dude Drone says at the search for animal fin. That's I can't believe I'm spacing on his name. Has a similar video to Roman's top 100 to Roman's 100 spotted bay bass. And when did you put that out, Zach? It's Wade. Wade, right? Wade. Yeah, he's cool. He's the one that turned me on to the Ned rig, guys. Wade. So at the search for animal fin on Instagram, he's the one that introduced me to the Ned rig. Let's see. Zach says, I love the cool baits underspin and MC swim bait combo. I have been getting into the Ned rig. I even have started trying out different colors. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Fish Perfect says COVID freed up our weekends and we started fishing the bays. Go to bait for myself and for my 2 kids is a cool baits underspin. There you go, Fish Perfect. Right on.
Awesome, guys. I'm so happy to hear that the cool baits is working for everybody.
Corvina Topwater.
That's awesome. Thanks for the support.
Okay, so now we're into the best fish of the season for these guys. So
yes,
you want to do yours, and I'll read theirs next.
Yeah. So my best spotted bay bass this summer, I didn't have a lot of huge guys. I mean, spotted bay bass the big ones are harder to find. It feels like to me. I don't know if it's because maybe there's more people targeting them, maybe water conditions. But my biggest bass, spotted bay bass, was 2.79 pounds, and it was 18 3/4 inch, and that was my best one, and I caught it on the A rig. My best halibut was 32 inches. I didn't get a weight on it. I don't know why I did not make the weight, but 32 inches. And my best sand bass I caught with you guys at the bait barge that night. It was 20. I think it was 21 inch, 4.79 pounds.
That was a giant.
And those are my best fish, all caught in the bay. So
yes.
Those are my best three fish. So. What about you?
Okay, cool. Let's go. So Dog Dude Jones says his favorite fish has been a Corvina on top water. Cool.
God, yeah, Leonard, those are so much fun.
Leonard enjoyed the science project. He said that was fun. Yeah, I agree, Leonard. That was cool too. The science project. Okay.
Yeah, it's right up here. You guys can see it right next to Spy Republic flag. Right. That's part of the summer.
So Roy says he got a 24-inch halibut on a chatterbait. That was his highlight fish of the summer, and also some nice spotfin croakers in the surf. Oh, that's cool. That's very fun.
Chatterbait, awesome. That's one of my baits I need to try more too.
Yeah, I have one.
Give that enough.
Actually, I have one that Wade gave me. He at the Search for Animal Fin, he gave it to me. So let's see. Roger says large bonito at the midway. That's fun. From shore, Roger?
Wow.
Very cool.
Those things bite too, so killer. Because when you get that top water bite, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about it. Usually they'll dive down, they shoot away.
Yeah.
So it's like you're on a fishing boat out in La Jolla, but you get the thrill of it. I guess for Roger, he's probably on the shore, so that's really exciting.
Aaron says that I target bass with a 3-inch dart spin, and when you see crashing fish, throw them on a surface fish. Oh, they love the dart spin. Okay, good, cool, very cool. Muto says Ned rig for me. Never even heard of it until we went with you guys. Oh, very cool. So all this breakout bait was a Ned rig. Also, shout out to Muto because he just picked up a pair of these Mad Max hologram stickers, which I keep bringing up. Choo! Thanks, Muto.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Captain Wade. That's right, Captain Wade. Okay. Hyder says, I've been here since the second episode. What a blessing. Oh, thanks, Hyder. That's nice to say. Dario says, my summer was great, all things considered. Finding Roman's channel and MFC was a big part of it. It helped make the decision to buy the kayak, Dario. And it's been a great time. Thanks, Roman and MFC. Very cool, dude. Awesome, Dario. Awesome.
It's always fun fishing with you, Dario, too. He always catches lots of fish.
Yeah, it's cool. Dario used to have a boat, and he sold it for whatever reasons, and he wanted to get back on the water when this COVID thing hit, and he just found us and got a kayak, and it worked out so far. See, Jesse, one lure. Okay. And Roger says from the rocks. That was cool.
I'm reading Jet's comment. He's talking about his 3-pound plus calico on the
Right.
jerkbait.
And
I remember that
I'm
fish.
falling behind.
I think
Look
I
at-
waved that
I'm looking
for
kind
him.
of fast. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so let's skip over the stuff about me. Let's talk about you guys. 25-inch alley, Cal. Oh, that's right. That's a good one, dude. Oh, that's a good bait too. So Cal got a 25-inch alley on a medium dive Yozuri 3D jerkbait at the secret spot. That's a good story right there. That was. I remember that outing. I remember that outing.
Can I talk about that outing real quick?
Of course.
So I think that was like maybe our second time out or third time out, and that's like I guess you call it the secret spot. Everybody that's gone out knows where this is. But that first time we hit that thing, I think that specific month, which I'm pretty sure was April or May, probably May maybe, that place was like a halibut zone. I've never seen, because we went as a group, and I've never seen so many people. I mean, like, we caught more halibuts than spotties in that spot. And I think we need to make a mental note to revisit that spot next year, same time, April, May. I'll look at the exact weekend we went there and go back to that to see if there's possibly like they move into that area for that specific month. Because do you remember that day, Roman? I think we were each catching like, it was like ridiculous. Like a spotty was like a bycatch. It was just constant halibuts.
Yeah, like the halibut were. I mean, you can't complain about catching halibut, but it was like, oh man, I got another halibut. Oh, another halibut. Right? It was like,
but we've fished that place probably 3 times since then.
Yeah.
Maybe more for people who go out there without us. And it's never been like that for me. I mean, I've caught halibuts there, but nothing like that one day. I don't know.
I think it was
if
just
all the stars or planets were aligned, but man, it was
just
a day.
I think it was the time of the month or something of the month. Yeah. The month. Cool. Okay, so let's go.
So next year, let's hit that same spot, same month.
Exactly. We just check our fishing logs. Have you guys been keeping fishing logs? Come on. Okay, here we go. Dr. Jones says we can talk about how an A-rig gets slammed by a big fish, but it's wires and nowhere near invisible like fluoro. Complete reaction bite. Yeah. We're gonna talk about A-rigs a little bit later during this show, so stay tuned, guys. And we'll reference that as well. Aaron says, my best fish of the year is a 27-inch Corvina and a 23.5-inch sand bass. Boom! That's a good one.
Wow,
nice
dude,
stuff.
Aaron, that's awesome, a huge sand bass. Congrats. That must have been like a 6-pounder plus or something. Congrats on that. And give him even double grats. Is that from the shore? Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, Leonard. I remember this one. So, who remembers this? Leonard got a leopard shark on the Cool Baits underspin. It's probably like our second outing as a group. Yeah. I don't even know if we're MMFC.
No, that was our very first outing. That was our very first outing.
Were we even?
He was in Mission Bay, right over by Bowling. I don't know why I remember so much of this stuff, but he was on Mission. We were Mission Bay, and he was over by Bowling Pin Island,
blowing up the spot.
And he caught it on a Berkeley gulp.
No,
I remember it.
So funny. Oh, that's good. Also on the Cool Baits underspin were my top 2 catches of the summer. Very cool. Oh yeah, I saw an angel shark. He also caught an angel shark on the. Oh yeah, I remember that one too. That was at Angel. That was at Shark Alley. At Shark Pass. Everyone knows where that is, right?
Yeah.
In San Diego Bay, Shark Pass. Okay. Dario says.
Yeah, another memorable outing for me was when we went and targeted sharks. Remember we were fishing for bait with bait? Yeah, that was cool. We were all catching stingrays. I think we caught a few sharks, but that was kind of something different. That was a fun outing.
It was fun. It was fun. I caught a spotty that had both of my hooks in its mouth. It ate both pieces of bait. And so when I brought it up, I also brought up my other line. I had the one that was drop shot, kind of that dropper lube with the piece of squid. And I had a Ned rig with the piece of squid. And then he ate both of them. And so when I pulled him up, he had both hooks in his mouth. I was like, wow, look at this guy.
What the heck?
Yeah.
He must have slurped up Ned rig. And Caleb got greedy and slurped up the other one. Cool.
So Jet says that 3-pound, 5-ounce calico on a jerkbait at Zuniga was my favorite summer catch. 3-pound. That's a big fish, dude. That's a big fish.
Yeah, don't you remember? You almost had to pull him out of the rocks. It was like he was battling it.
I remember that.
Pulling him in.
Oh yeah, that ended up in a video.
We thought it was going to be the end of the Jet. He was going to go on the rocks and sink, and he's going to die doing what he loved, catching a big fish. No, I'm just kidding. But it was pretty dramatic.
Zach says, I caught a legal-sized lobster, baby leopard shark in the IB surf, and a legal sculpin. That's his highlight for the season. That's very good. Salty says, caught all kinds of PBs this summer. 28.5 halibut, 19-inch sand bass, 18 and 3/4 calico, 12-inch diamond turbo, and many other species: yellowfin croaker, spotfin croaker, bonito, tarbot, smelt. Very cool.
Now this is weird, Roman. All those fish Salty mentioned,
Yeah.
in my mind, I know where he caught them because I was there. I remember, it's so weird. I can remember almost every one of those fish. I can almost tell you, if you went down that list, where he caught every one of those.
Very cool.
Because that's Discord now. We can talk and discuss. When somebody catches, we all celebrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Like when he caught that 20-inch halibut, brought it over to my boat. I weighed it for him. We took a picture. You know, you get to share your catch on Discord. That was pretty cool.
That's cool, yeah. And the excitement of actually catching it. So I'm going to go really quick to some of these just to get caught up with chat. But do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. There's 29 people, 21 likes. Let's do this. Sorry, Brian.
Just a warning, guys. At this pace, we're probably going to go an hour and 15 minutes. So
what do you got to do?
Just letting you know.
What do you guys got to do? Guess we got to get hang out, okay? Just get another drink. Get comfy. It's going to be a long show. Here we go. What's up, Robin? Brian says Arnie. What up, Arnie? Jeff at LP says Jeff at LP says hello. What up, Jeff? Hope you enjoyed the lobster catching videos. I think you should be selling those cages like crazy. Hopefully. So yeah, I put a link to his shop and everything. So hopefully he's happy with that. Hashtag not sponsored, but maybe someday soon. Dario says, I got my PB Spotty 16 inches. Boom. That's a good one, Dario.
Oh, wow. Nice one, dude.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Let's see. We have Sports Update TV. Oh, Tampa Bay 6, LA 2. Ah. Dang. Okay. Cool.
It's baseball. It's not
yeah, right?
I'm sorry. It's
as Aaron says, the bonito are thick in both bays right now. Oh, very cool. Roy says the way back from there sucked the day though. Yeah. Oh yeah, coming back from the secret spot in the wind. Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Cave Dog says, oh, he's talking to Triple D. Okay, we'll keep it going. Fish Perfect says top 5 this summer: 32-inch halibut. Wow. 45-inch guitar fish.
Wow.
22-inch corbina.
Whoa.
2-pound sand bass and about a 2-pound spotty. Dude, that's good.
Nice, dude.
Nice
That's
job,
a
Fish
killer
Perfect.
summer right there. That shovel nose, dude. Those are pretty rare this summer.
Yeah.
I think I caught 2. 45-inch one. That's huge.
That's awesome.
That's an awesome fight. That's a drag tester right there.
Hyder says he caught his personal best spotty at 14 and a quarter this summer. Very good.
Cool.
Okay. Todd, what up, Todd? TB Metal Art in the house. Best fish, 58-inch Dorado. Boom. Out of my garage.
Wow.
It means this one. You got me, dude. You got me with the same joke. It's going to know, is it?
I just realized I forgot to put up my spotty. It's sitting it's hanging on the wall in my house normally. Sorry, Todd.
Okay, but we still have the yellowtail back here. Chew! Exclamation point TB Metal Art. I guess I just do it. Shout out. He gets a permanent shout out on my show because he donated this beautiful yellowtail. It's like sponsored, guys. Sponsor the backdrop. Chew! tbmetalart.com. Go check out his work. And I missed the exclamation point. TB Metal.
So that's awesome. Sounds like a lot of good fish were caught this summer, guys. For me, one thing I learned at the very end of this summer was my fish finder broke, and that to me is like my biggest crutch. I don't know. A lot of you guys may not use it as much as me or not rely on it as much as me, but when I lost that thing, oh my gosh, it's still out to service getting fixed. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm heartbroken that my fish finder is not in my boat. I got to go out and sight fish, which is why we went over that last week. And okay, to finalize the summer recap, I want to talk about fall goals. What are your goals now? Now that summer is basically over, and what are our goals? And if you guys want to put in a goal of what fish you want to target and what goal, my goal is to catch a fish on the whopper blobber. That's my full goal. I never caught a bait fish on this. I know I can do it. I know you can do it, Roman, because you've got one too. That's my goal.
Okay.
Catch a whopper plopper.
That's perfect. My goal is to have a whopper plopper derby.
Oh, come on.
That would be, can you imagine the beautiful symphony of whopper plopping all over the bay? If you have like 10 or 15 kayaks, just like whopper plopping it. Can you imagine? It'd be like still like
Oh my god. There'd be fish like
the sweet
zoning
sounds.
out from miles around.
Yeah.
It'd sound like a
It'll sound like a school
struggling
of bait getting
fish.
attacked. No,
Maybe, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we line up like a Civil War pattern where we're all side by side, throw them out, and then we'll just troll the whole bay for them.
Oh, wow.
All at the same place. So you can see what that'll bring around.
That's so funny. That's so funny. It looks like everybody really enjoyed the Kid Caster challenge. So we definitely should have another one of those. I mean,
yeah, I think so. We all have it. We all pretty much have it, so we don't have to go out and buy much. And the guys that don't have one, they're pretty inexpensive, and you can reuse it.
There you go. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so I'm breezing through the chat, guys. Sorry if I missed something. Baker Lounge says mine broke twice. Yeah, I know. It's finally getting a new one back from Lawrence after sending it. Oh, I think it's talking about different reels.
Oh, your fish finder? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mention. I'm done talking about that. I don't want to call it a fish finder. It's gone.
Todd's got a good goal. He says a lingcod keeper. Very good.
Oh.
One goal. Oh, Zach's goal is to limit on lobster. That's a good goal. That's a good goal. Leonard says legal halibut and a 2-pound spotty. Ooh, yeah, a 2-pound club. Okay, very good.
Yeah, now you got your scale, Leonard.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that's the big fish king, by the way.
So Salty says...
Yeah, get that 2-pounder.
Right. Yeah, next night mission, says Salty. Whopper Plopper Symphony. Says Dog Dude. Exactly. You know what I mean. Baker Lounge, what's up? He says, yes, I caught a ton of largemouth on a plopper this year. Very cool. Jesus says...
I'm talking bait fishing, though. Whopper plopper bait fishing. Yeah, that's so hard.
Salty, yeah. Jesus says La Jolla white sea bass and a sheephead, never caught them. Okay, that's his goal. Very cool. Very cool.
Ooh.
Cool, very cool. So he's excited for the Whopper Plopper. Baker Lounge is down for the Whopper Plopper challenge. A limit on lobster and bring a yellowtail on the kayak. Whoa, Cal, do it. Cal's goal is to limit on the lobster and also bring a yellowtail on the kayak. Very cool. Fish Perfect says, what should we expect winter spotty fishing to be like? Are catches?
That is our next topic, almost our next topic. That's going to be a topic at the end of the show, guys.
I think Fish Perfect has been looking at your notes because he asked 2 questions he said one about the A-rig. I think it was him, about fishing bigger A-rigs, and then also now about this one. It's 2 things that we're going to continue to talk about in the show once we get to this part, guys. So hang in there. It's going to be a longer than normal.
Hang in there. We're going to get to this. We're going to go from we're going to stop our stroll from memory lane, I guess.
Exactly. It turned into that, right?
Hey,
Todd says also
Todd
says also a 20-pound goat. That's very cool. Baker Lounge says fishing fall goal is a big Delta striper. Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You can get a Corvina to bite on a Whopper for sure, says Zach.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be I think it'll either be a mackerel, Corvina, or Barracuda if we do our Whopper Popper challenge.
What? Dario says, I'm installing my new FF, my new fish finder, while listening and chatting, multitasking. What kind of sounder did you get, Dario? Okay, cool. All right. Okay, very good. Fish Report Live lives in Fish Perfect lives in Brian's garage.
He lives in my garage. Maybe you can see, because if you guys can see what I'm looking at, I've got all my notes in front of me here, because it's a lot to take in. So okay, I have my own prompter in front of me. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, we're officially caught up with the chat. And so before we continue on,
cool.
Quick shout out. Let's see, shout out. Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. You got the Elite TI's 2.7, I think. Is that what I'm reading? That's good fish finder.
That's a good one, yeah.
Hey, Roman, just curious, guys. How is my feed coming? Is my feed coming in good?
It's looking a little choppy tonight. It's looking a little choppy now. Looking a little choppy.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because anytime I see you and you look choppy, usually mine is. But it's more audio tonight than video. I'm not, So
I'm gonna do a quick shout out to Bruce. Thank you, Bruce, for picking up a pair of the hollow stickers tonight. Woo! There you go, dude. And we'll get those down to you ASAP. guys. Go for it. Sorry, Brian.
Okay, so something I forgot to do at the beginning of the show was I'm going to talk fast, guys, because I'm going to have to start talking fast, or we're going to literally be here till 9 p.m. So get ready for me talking fast. Tournament. We had a tournament this weekend. We had a tournament, and we were going to go over it on Monday, but we ran out of time. So now I'm going to discuss the tournament and the results for this tournament. So it was a tournament. It wasn't really like anything special. It was fish whatever gear you wanted.
It was special to me,
fish
Brian.
all your normal gear. I know it was. So, no, it was a special tournament. That's not what I mean. But I mean no special stipulation. It's not the Whopper Plopper tournament. It wasn't this kids Castro tournament. It was just fish what you want.
Yep.
Any artificial liver. So okay. So we had 3 categories. We had combined length of 3 spotties, heaviest fish, which was done on a scale, and biggest other. So I'm going to start out with the biggest other. Biggest other actually went to somebody that wasn't even fishing in our group, because for some reason, what do we have, 12 people in this?
Yeah,
out of all 12 of us, none of us could catch another fish. I mean,
weird, right?
We tried and tried to catch another, and all we caught was spotties. At the very beginning, 10 minutes before the tournament started, I caught a 19-inch halibut, and that was the only other. That was the only other that I caught in that time period.
I think somebody caught a bait fish, some kind of bait fish, and then while they were trying to measure it, it flopped off the hawk trough and into the water.
Gosh.
So
that would have been the winner. But anyway, so biggest other fish, which is anything besides a spotty, went to Jesse. So applause, Jesse. Jesse was actually fishing, I think he said Newport, but he was part of the tournament because he was on Discord. He sent in this picture. He caught a 9-inch calico. And believe it or not, a 9-inch calico won biggest other.
There you go.
That category was wide open, guys. Yeah. But congrats, Jesse. I'm sending you your stuff via mail, so you should be getting that soon. Okay, next category, heaviest fish. The area we fished was by Glorietta Bay, kind of Coronado Bridge. Mm-hmm. And dude, it was Deke City. I've called that place Deke Beach forever because that is like usually good numbers, but nothing like excitingly big. So third place went to me, 0.77 pounds.
The third place?
Second place, yeah. Well, third place was to me. Roman got second place at 0.97 pounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. Talking about the weights. Yeah. Sorry.
The weight. I'm sorry. The weight. And guess who got first place? This is a guy that goes out with Roman at night. He deserves this. He's been putting in hours fishing, and I can see it paying off. The Leonard I knew at the beginning of the summer, and the Leonard now who's catching the biggest fish in the group. Congrats, Leonard. Leonard weighed in a 0.99 pound fish for first place. Congrats, Leonard. The time on the water really shows. And it's paying off with dividends, right? You just won a largest fish tournament, and the prize he won was awesome. I gave him a 1 pound cool bait, which is like this big freakish trophy looking
1 pound underspin. It looks surreal. It looks like a cartoon. That's so awesome. Congrats, Leonard.
Congrats, Leonard. I hope you enjoyed that prize. Okay, now we get to the main category, which is the 3 spotties combined length. And I'm going to go from 8th place to first place. Okay. 8th place, Bearded Man. I think that's Jesse, right? Is Jesse? I think that's his Instagram, Bearded Man.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He had an 8-inch fish. He took a picture of. So congrats, Bearded Man, on 8th. 7th place, Down in SD, 9.25 pounds. And 6th place, Cal, 28 inches. So he must have caught 3 fish. Yep. So good job, Cal. Dario.
And so I want to make a special. I want to make a special thing. Like so, Cal. I mean, even though the fish were short, there was a time when I think you couldn't even make the 3 fish mark. Right? I'm not sure if you were able to even if you caught a 4th fish and you upgraded, but I think there was a time when you weren't making just like even the bag limit. So now you're making the bag limit. So it shows you're improving, which is great. So just keep at it. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah,
awesome. I'm catching the 3 fish there, Cal. Yeah. Like again, time on the water, guys. You guys, big improvements. More time on the water. Yep. Dario, 28.5. He squeezed Cal out by half an inch. It was a battle from 6th to 4th. Zach, our newcomer, our rookie of the year, Zach, 29 inches. That must have been 3 fish. So Zach, Congrats, man. I think this is his first summer fishing, so dang.
Yeah, that's
Way
good.
to step it up. He's an up and comer. We gotta watch out for him.
See, and I want to remind you guys, what shows is like Zach's been showing up, right? Like I don't know if he also fishes when we're like, sorry, I don't know if he also fishes outside of our get-togethers, but he's always there. He shows up, even if sometimes he shows up a little bit late. He shows up, and so he's practicing, he's getting that work and getting that learning, right? So, I don't think it's a coincidence that the guys that show up a lot are the guys that are winning, right? Just keep going.
Yeah, more time on water and learning how to work these lures. Okay, now we're down to the top three. Third place, our big fish winner, and I think this might be his first time placing top three. Leonard stepping it up, man. 32.75 inches, which in that area, that was really good. I mean, congrats, Leonard. Congrats on third place. Second place and first place were very close. Once again, somebody gets a fish in the last 5 minutes or something. I mean, it was a close battle.
It was like 10 minutes before.
So, as I always am, for some reason, no matter what I do in life, I'm always the runner-up. And so, at 35 inches, I got second place. Here's my award. So, 35 inches for me. And first place, the guy, I don't know if we call it luck or the ultimate talent of the Ned rig, but the guy puts on more time on the water than almost anybody I know. Maybe Aaron Kruger might put on more time on the water than you.
Yeah.
Aaron and Roger and those guys are out there, I think, almost twice a day. But Roman, you put the time in. You've mastered the Ned rig.
I think I have mastered the Ned rig.
Congrats, man. Once again, first place. The guy gets first place again. So he swept all three tournaments. Turkey did. Congratulations.
Oh, that's crazy, right? So, okay, that's a good point. I didn't think about that like that. But so I think here's the main lesson I learned from this tournament, because I always try to take something, try to take like a lesson from it, right? Twice after I got my second to last fish, I thought about just hanging out and going and just seeing how everybody else is doing, and basically stop fishing. I would have stopped fishing at like 20 minutes out, and I was like, I'm gonna fish.
Yep.
Kept fishing. I think I had a crazy tangle or whatever. I had to retie, and I was like, I should just pack it up, and we're gonna leave anyway, so I'm not gonna retie. And I was like, you know what? I'll retie. And that after that, getting motivated again to keep fishing, I had a 10-inch fish. I had a 10-inch fish, which is my third fish, and then after deciding to continue to fish, 10 minutes before the end of it, I caught the 11.5 fish. And that put me, that was a fish that won it for me. That last fish after I had thought about quitting or about ending my session twice. So when you're in a tournament situation, guys, fish the full time, right?
Yep.
I guess that's the point. The point is just to keep fishing the whole time. Don't get discouraged. Keep fishing, because that one fish could come like 5 minutes before the tournament is over. Okay? Yeah, that's it.
Yep. And that put you over the edge, because I don't know if I gave your overall length, but I was 35 inches. You were 35 and a half. And I think that's exactly how we finished last time. You beat me by a half inch last time, too. So.
Well,
Congrats, guys. That was a fun tournament. If you haven't participated in one, everybody's welcome. They're free. We give away prizes. We have main thing is come with a good attitude. And by the way, guys, these are a 2-hour tournament. They're sprint tournaments. So
that's right. So before we move off of this topic, I want to just explain what happened with the awards, with the winnings. So Eric had donated a $50 gift card to Amazon that was going to go to first place. I felt weird taking it because we're putting the tournament together for you guys, and I thought it'd be cool to put that. Brian had a good idea to put that up for another hour, or more like an hour and a half, right? Fish until noon.
Yeah.
For another hour and a half to whoever could catch the first legal spotty of the people that were there, and we still weren't able to catch a legal. I think maybe Leonard caught a 13.5 or something, but nobody caught a legal spotty, so nobody won the gift card. So I still have the gift card, and we're gonna have it available for the next tournament. So we're gonna use that for whatever next derby we decide to do. Cool.
Yep. And I'm gonna give a plug for Cool Baits, because thank you, Cool Baits, for donating all those prizes. Everybody that fished got a Cool Bait or some kind, and everybody that won got a prize package for Cool Baits. So thanks, Cool Baits, for donating the prizes.
Very cool.
And guess what? I'm going to display this with pride. I'm going to come right here.
Oh, nice, nice.
There you go. There we go. Hopefully,
Nice.
a few more.
I'm gonna frame mine, and then I'll put it up.
Oh, here we go.
Oh man, yeah, I need to rearrange it a little bit. I have a spot now for the here. I have a spot now for the MMFC, for the CCA fish, and then from first place there, and then I have the. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Oh yeah. What? Okay. So all right, that's a tournament recap. Good time, guys. So let's move on to talking about actual fishing here. Now that we've relived memory lane. So guess what fish I'm going to talk? Okay, guys. First of all, the water's cooling down. So we've dropped from 73 degrees in July, August 74.4, September 68, and now we're all the way down almost 66, 65. So what happens during that time period? Spotty fishing kind of slows down. Not that you can't catch them, but it's not like it was when the water was warm. But guess what, guys? This is the prime time, October to January, to fish another fish, which is this guy right here. Guess what? The spotted bay bass. It's like, what'd you call this?
Oh wait.
I'm sorry, not spotted bass. The sand bass.
Sand bass. Barred sand bass. Because it looks like it has bars for camouflage.
Yeah, it looks like this, guys. If you don't know what this fish is, hopefully that's coming in kind of clear. But this guy, so when the water cools down, he moves into the bay. So actually, October is notorious for being really good fishing because the fish are just moving into the bay, mainly the jetty areas, for sand bass. And the big guys are moving in. So not to say we're going to stop fishing for spotties, but this guy right here is a prime time of the year to fish it. And they actually have a tournament. The San Diego Anglers Club has a tournament in January or February of largest bass caught in the bay. And if you want to enter that tournament, you got to get good at this fish because you're not going to win that fish with a spotty because sand bass bases are bigger. So this is a good time to start if you're going to enter that practicing this fish. And tonight, what I'm going to talk about is 3 techniques on catching this fish. And please, guys, always chime in. Use your chime in noise, Roman, if anybody has any comments or wants to say how they target this fish or anything else. Okay, normally the cool thing about sand bass is the average weight is probably 1 to 2 pounds. You catch a lot of them in that size range. But these fish can get 6, 7, even 8 pounds in the bay. So they can get substantially bigger than a spotted bay bass. So they're a ton of fun to catch, and it's a bigger bass. So you have the potential of catching this huge sand bass. And there's a couple ways to fish these things. So believe it or not, here it comes, guys. I'm busting out the whiteboard tonight. So sand bass are very similar to spotted bay bass as far as they live down on the bottom. So they're going to be down on the bottom. So here's the bottom. And when I'm talking bottom, sand bass also are generally in deeper waters, at least the bigger ones. So deeper waters normally, or in San Diego Bay, they're kind of out in the jetty area, past the bait barge, kind of by the submarine pin, the ammo dock, that kind of area over there. And that water's what, about 30 to 40 feet deep there?
Yeah,
that tends to be where those things hang out at, is in that deep, deep water. And the first technique I'm going to talk about is called vertical fishing. So vertical fishing, basically, I'm going to get my pens here.
Want to go full screen?
Yeah, you can. Don't have to. Whatever you like. So
yeah, here we go. Full screen so we can see
that. Okay, so here's the bottom, guys, and here's the top. Now, when you're fishing this 40 feet, 30 feet deep water, it's important to have a fish finder. Without the fish finder, it's kind of hard to do any vertical fishing because what you're doing is you're going down that jetty in that deep water, and you're staring at that fish finder, and you're looking for rocks or some type of structure down there, and then you're looking for fish hovering around that area. And once you found that area, you're going to park your kayak or boat right on top of it, and you're going to use a bait, vertical fishing, to drop right down onto that structure. And this is a popular technique, and what I use for vertical fishing, I'll use a tube bait. Those work very well for target fishing. These drop straight down, kind of drift down. They get bit on the way down. Also, I use I'll use a heavy 1 ounce jig head. So this is more for dragging on the bottom, but these also, if you have a heavy one, you can vertically fish with these. They'll come down and fish it like a yo-yo. It comes right back up, and also a slow fall. Those are probably my 3 most popular for vertical fishing. A slow fall, I don't know why I don't have one out here, but it looks like a flat fall. It's a skinny little, it looks like a piece of just reflective lead with 2 hooks on it. And that's also a bait that you just drop directly on the bottom. And once it hits the bottom, guys, you're going to basically let that thing hit the bottom. You're going to feel when that hits the bottom because your line's a little slack. You give it 5 quick cranks, comes up, and then open your bail and let that thing fall again. And then 5 quick cranks, let it come up and fall again. And normally, when that thing hits the bottom, if they don't hit it on the drop, when you hit those five cranks on the way up, they'll come up off the bottom and nail that thing vertically fishing. And then once it gets underneath your kayak or boat, reel it in and repeat that again and again. So you're just to drop it down to the bottom, 5 quick cranks, just imagine a fish darting off the bottom. That's what's going to cause this reaction, and they're going to chase it up and nail it. And just do that pattern. But the main thing you want to do with that is find a structure to drop it on. So vertical fishing, that's one technique.
Very cool.
Okay. So another technique. This technique, this takes some time, and this technique, you're going to lose a lot of lures, guys, but it works. So be prepared to lose stuff. This basically is a technique. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
A technique where is my reception coming in clearly? It looks really fuzzy.
It's fuzzy, but it's
Does this show up?
It does show up. It does show up. We can still see it. We can see it.
So
yeah.
I call it a long line method. So you're going to set up your kayak or boat. You're going to cast your bait into the bottom. And when I say bait, we're fishing deep waters. So we're fishing like a 2 ounce, 1 ounce, something very heavy that's going to make its way all the way down to the bottom in the current and sit down on the bottom. You're going to cast this in, and you're going to leave your line, your bail open, and you're going to make a drift. And you're going to leave this right where it landed, and you're going to drift about maybe half your spool. So what's going to end up happening is your line is going to be dripped down here on the bottom, and then it's going to come up to wherever you stop the drift. And once you stop that drift, this thing, let's say it's 100 yards away from you, you're going to reel in this slack right here, so your line's going to look like this, and you're going to slowly drag this thing along the bottom. So it's basically giving you a super long strike zone. So your strike zone, instead of casting, let it sink and retrieving, because it's so deep, you don't get a very big strike zone.
Right.
But with this method, you get a long strike zone along the bottom. And that's where they're at. And they hang out like in schools. So you'll pull this thing through, and eventually that strike zone's so long that you should go past a bay bass, or not a bay bass, a sand bass on that.
Yeah.
So line long method, but the only downfall of that is you lose tons of lures because you get snagged up on rocks. But this is a good method. I like to use like a big 6-inch swim bait on this, like a bigger swim bait, or even bigger than that, like an 8-inch swim bait on this.
Yeah, for
But
us,
something that's heavy. Yes.
so for us on the kayak, guys, it's easier to get your lure back than it is for Brian on the boat, I think, because when you're doing this technique, you want to point the bow of your kayak towards where your lure is, so you're basically drifting backwards. You want to have your drive engaged because the current's going to be taking you in reverse. You want to have your drive engaged to go forward. If you feel like you're snagged, like you're stuck, you're basically going to start winding up the slack and go forward above and past where you think your lure is, and then you're going to pull it from that direction. Sometimes you'll be able to get it unstuck that way. Okay. But not if you jerk at it from that first angle a lot of times and just going to set it into a rock, right?
Yeah.
So make sure as soon as you feel it stuck,
I'm lucky.
Start working your way back. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, that's exactly. Try to jig it from every angle. Like when you get it stuck, don't just work it from that same angle, hoping you're gonna yank it off. Work it from every. I'm lucky because I have a trolling motor, so I can troll around and usually get it off. But this method right here is a proven method. There's these guys that fish the bay bass tournament, and they've got fishing sand bass down to a science. And this is the method they use, and these guys always win that tournament. It seems like, which is a long line, dragging something really heavy, kind of a slow. And the key about doing this thing too is once you pull that slack out and you're drifting and you're giving it a slow crank, sand bass with that much line out, it doesn't hit like a spotty. A spotty, you know it's hit. You get bent, you know something's nailed it. The sand bass feels like a heavy weight. All of a sudden your rod kind of just bends over and it feels like there's a heavy weight on there. And when you feel that heavy weight, don't immediately try to set the hook because you've got so much line out there, especially if you're not fishing braid, that when you go to set that hook, it has all that stretch, and the hook may come out or it may not set properly. So when you feel that weight, start winding it in, and then when you actually feel the fish is actually on there, then set that hook. Don't try to set that hook with 100 yards of line out. Give it a crank, a bunch of cranks.
I like that. So I want to go a little bit deeper into this topic. If you hold that lure that you have in your hand with the underspin, if you hold it from the plastic, right? So pretend a fish picks it up, it's holding onto the plastic, right? And there's no hook in the fish, it's just holding onto the actual plastic, right? You want to start to give it a little bit of. Okay. You don't want to set the hook because you'll jerk it out of its mouth. But if you start to give it a little bit of cranking on it, that hook is going to turn towards the fish, and you're going to get the fish that's hooked like on the face as opposed to like in its mouth sometimes, right? Because those are bigger lures. So it's very important that with these bigger lures and at that depth that you really slowly wind into it once you feel a little bit of tension, and then they'll hook themselves. If you jerk on it, it's going to pull it out of its mouth, and you're going to miss the hook. Cool?
Yeah, so this is... I know this is you're going to lose a lot of lures, but this is a proven method. It takes time. You've got to do your drift. You've got to let it out. But don't give up on this, guys. It's a good method, and it catches big sand bass. So the last one is I call the do nothing method. The do nothing method is super simple. So
what do you do?
You go to the deep water, and you you do nothing. So you go to the deep water, you set up a dropper loop, you set up a drop shot with a heavy weight on it, and if you guys don't know what that is, basically it's a heavy weight on the bottom of the line, and you have a hook suspended about 18 inches or so above it, and then you put your swim bait or your Berkeley gulp, whatever you're putting on there, and basically you throw that in there, let it hit the bottom, set your bail, and then just drift with it. You just basically sit there and hold the pole, but you're covering a lot of water, which is what you got to do with sand bass. Usually they're not just right there unless you get really lucky, but you're covering a lot of water and you're just drifting and keeping that thing bouncing on the bottom, the drop shot. And that's, I call the do nothing. If I'm doing the do nothing method, I'll put on the big Berkeley gulp, which is I think a 5-inch Berkeley gulp because it puts out a ton of scent. And at a slow pace, it has this long curly tail and it gives it a lot of action. And I've caught some pretty big sand bass on these Berkeley gulp 5-inch, just set up like a drop shot or a dropper loop. And that's the do nothing method, where if you do that, the do nothing method, you can fish that while you're fishing for a topwater fish or you're casting another direction. So you can set that, forget it, and then fish another way too. Or if you just want to sit back and drink your drink and have some Sunday fishing,
that's right.
The do nothing method.
Shout out, real quick shout out, Brian. Big shout out to Dario for picking up a pair of the Mad Max Fishing Club reflective stickers hologram. What? Right on, dude. Thanks, Dario. And now we're back to our regularly scheduled program. If you want to get a pair, if you want to get a pair of these guys, go to shop.romancastro.com and you can see what's available for purchase and all that stuff. All of the proceeds from the sales that I do from the shop at .romancastro.com go to paying for services that I use to make the show possible. So that's a good way to support the show. And you also get a cool thing to show that you've been supporting. So thank you. All right, let's go back to the split screen.
Okay.
There we go. We're back.
So I hope you guys got something out of it. Those are 3 methods for specifically targeting sand bass. Give one of them a shot, give all of them a shot. But those basically are the 3 methods that I know that will successfully get that targeting that fish. And you'll also get a bycatch of halibuts on that, anything that's down there on the bottom. And one more thing to mention about sand bass, they're really good early in the morning, and they're really good in the nighttime. That's probably your 2 best time periods. And of course, during the tide swings. If I was going to fish a specific thing, I would look for a 3 to 4 foot tide swing, not too much current, and early in the morning. I think that's when you're going to get your best bite on those guys. So that's my advice. What have you guys, if you want to put in chat, what's your sand bass fishing? Anybody have any advice that maybe I didn't go over?
Please
put it in. And while we're waiting for
Aaron had a good piece of advice earlier in the chat. He said, with sand bass, the deeper the better. The deeper the better, and the bigger.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Yep. And he also said he had a pretty good setup
Getting that deep water.
He says I used a tube offshore this week. Basically fished it like an iron, like a yo-yo iron, and got a yellowtail, a yellowfin tuna, a skipjack, and a dodo, and a dorado. That's awesome. Very cool.
Those tubes work really well for vertical and target fishing because they have that motion. It looks like a fish is just falling, and they hit the bottom, and then either on the fall or first crank you usually get a fish.
That's very cool. Very cool. Okay. Jesse says I caught some sand bass suspended in 40 feet plus of water near piers. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Any type of structure, all fish hang out near structure. So if you don't have a fish finder, besides the method I taught you of the long line, because that's covering a ton of deep water, if you're not getting any luck there, you could always go for a structure, the power lines. If you don't have a fish finder, but a drop-off works really well. I'll fish the drop-offs, and those things will hang out right at the bottom of the drop-off or midway up those drop-offs. So if you have a fish finder, look for drop-offs too. It goes from like 20 feet deep, 40 feet deep.
Captain Dan said, Captain Adobo says drift shoot time. So I used to fish with a drift shoot on my other kayak because I didn't want to have to paddle as much. But with a pedal drive, it's not so bad. I haven't even taken it out yet. Captain Dan says, sorry I missed the tourney results. Who won? Oh yeah, the Lucas Toolbox buddy. That was Leonard, but he won it last tournament. So I asked him if he wanted to keep it or pass it on to the next winner. So Leonard, let me know. I don't think I heard back. I sent you a message, but putting you on blast. Do you want a second can, or you want to give it to the next person in line? Okay. Leonard says the sand bass I've caught were on cool baits underspin with a Kitech. Yep.
Cool. Yeah. I always size up for them. So I'll go with a 1 ounce, 2 ounce, and the big swim bait. This right here is my go-to setup for sand bass. This is actually, I think this might actually be the actual lure that I caught that my big sand bass, my 21-inch sand bass on. Okay. And it's just a big MC 6, maybe 6.5 inch swim bait with a 1 ounce or 2 ounce cool bait.
Hey Brian, do you remember 4th place? Was that Zach during our derby?
I can look right now for you. 4th place was Zach, 29 inches. Yes. Okay,
cool. Zach, you're gonna get the Toolbox Buddy award, or Toolbox Buddy, a can of Toolbox Buddy from Lucas Oil. Hashtag kinda sponsored. Thanks to Captain Dan. So you're gonna get that. Message Captain Dan in Discord with your address, or with the address where you want him to send that to. Okay, so that's Zachary Riggs, Captain Dan. He's in the chat. Okay, and he's also, I think he's something Riggs in the Discord. He'll message you. Okay, cool. Business taken care of. Okay,
so get out there, guys. Catch those sand bass. This is the season. I think October and the beginning of November is the prime time because they haven't been fished out yet. There's no tournaments going on where everybody's trying to catch those things. So my advice would be if you have the access to that jetty, get out there and try to catch one of those 6-pounders.
Very cool. So, I
This
apologize.
time of year.
I apologize, Leonard. You're maybe I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah, so Leonard's putting me on blast because he responded and I didn't see it. So sorry, Leonard. Didn't mean to put you on blast. Put me back on blast. Cool. Okay, everything's sorted out. Good. All right, everything's good. So,
Okay, last thing I want to talk about is the A-rig.
oh yes,
I want to answer. Who had the question about the
I
A-rig?
think it was Jesse. Let me scroll up to the very top.
Jesse? Okay.
Let me see. A-rig. No, it was Jesus. Jesus Lopez had a question about
Jesus.
A-rig. He said, just real quick, last time I was on, I asked about my large A-rig. Would it work in bay? Would it work in the bay? It's about twice as big as the one you use. So I use the large Recon Baits one. So Mike, go ahead.
The XL.
Yep, XL. And then
The answer is both if you're talking about Recons, this is the regular size Recon and it catches fish and so does the XL. They both catch fish. So the XL I think is about an inch longer, maybe a little heavier duty. But yeah, they both. The one I prefer that I use is the regular size Recon A-rig.
so not the XL?
Okay. I don't use that XL that much. No, I prefer the little bit smaller one. But with that being said, Roman, if you guys watched last week's episode, you guys saw that I was talented as far as an artist, and I drew up a rendition of what happened to my D-rig. So if you didn't see that, go back last week and find out what happened to my D-rig. And if you don't know what a D-rig is, guess what? I got my D-rig at the tournament from Roman, and I'm now going to show you what a Page Day One Fishing D-rig looks like. Is it clear, Roman? I hope this shows up.
It's not very clear.
Here it is, guys.
Dang.
Oh, darn. I hope you can still see it.
You can still kind of see
I
it.
have not fished this yet. I just rigged this up. But, okay, I'm going to show you a comparison. This is the D-rig, right? This is the one Page makes himself.
At
This
Day
is
One
the
Fishing on
size of the
Instagram.
regular
At
stuff.
Day One Fishing on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see.
He makes these. I think he sells them. Really? Oh, man. I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay,
But
so don't spin it so there's less motion, and then we might be able to see it. There we go. It's about twice.
okay.
It's
So
twice as
here's
wide.
oh, yeah. Here's the regular Recon A-rig, and here's the D-rig. I cannot wait to fish this thing. It's 6 months to get this thing, and first time I get it out of the water, I'm going to give it a shot. And I'll give you a report. Is bigger, better. This thing is huge. I swear this thing must be almost 2 feet wide compared to like 10 inches wide. It's over double the size.
Yeah, with that size,
I mean, just going through the water.
with a D-rig size, it's almost easier to troll it than it is to crank it because you're gonna go through a reel. You're gonna really wear out your reel, pulling that much drag through the water.
Yeah, this thing's gonna put a hurt on my Lexa 300. I have a feeling because that's what I'm gonna pitch it with. I'm gonna put this straight 65-pound braid on a swim bait rod, but it's huge. I can't wait to fish it. Thank you, Paige. Thanks, Roman, for getting this to me the second time. I really appreciate it, Paige. I'm gonna give a full report on it, but I'm so sorry my feed is choppy, but that's the size difference.
Yeah, Zach, that was made by Paige. If you want to get one, you can go to at Day One Fishing on Instagram. That's Paige's account, and just DM him.
Yep.
Tell him Roman sent you, and he'll charge you double.
Yep, that's the difference.
It's like a hashtag.
Thank you, Paige. Can't wait to try that thing out. I've never seen an A-rig, what he calls D-rig, so big. That's going to be interesting to see how that works. I'll give a full report. Hopefully it lands me a huge fish.
I hope so too. That's good.
Oh, and by the way, Paige, I've already started modifying it. I took off your clips and I'm putting on. I've already started modifying it. I'll tell you what I did once I fish it. I'll show you and see how what you think, Paige. So hopefully you're watching, or hopefully you'll watch this later.
Very cool.
Okay. Any other comments? Any other questions? We're about to wrap this thing up. We're at 8:23.
Choo! I just like stop looking at the time.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was going to go long tonight. So we're going to get on to the most important part of the show, and I think we all know what that is. This is probably my favorite part because it's so easy for me. I'm going to go ahead and hold on a second.
Well, hold on. Okay, ready? Go for it. Actually,
I think you know what
before you go, hang on. Before you go ahead and get it set up. I'm gonna go full screen on myself for a little bit. Guys, if you enjoy watching fishing and fishing streams from the kayak, check out my Twitch channel, romancastro.com/Twitch, and go give me a follow over there so you can watch me fish live and ask questions and hang out. Okay. I think Brian's ready now, so let's go back to Brian.
I'm ready. Let me know when I'm on full screen, Roman.
All right, give me a sec. There's a link. The Nightbot just put it up for you guys on Twitch. So romancastro.com/Twitch. Go over there, give me a follow so you guys can check out the live stream when we go live during kayak fishing streams. Okay, here we go. Back to Brian. Full screen on the spaceship.
Okay, guys. So every week, I'm suggesting a movie. Why not? It's me and Roman's show. We can do it, right? It's a variety show. We talk about weird subjects and whatnot. So this is I like to give a recommendation for a comedy and a science fiction movie every week, and I rate them 1 to 5 max. So my recommendation for a comedy this week, because we got time to watch this kind of stuff right now, because everything's closed, right? So I grew up with this movie. I've watched this movie 100 times. It's given me like a Canadian accent for some reason. So take off, this is, I hope you see it, Strange Brew. Strange Brew, man. It's a classic comedy. If you haven't seen this, I love this movie. Get out there, watch it. I'm giving this 4 out of 5 max. It's that good.
Wow,
I wouldn't steer you guys wrong.
Very cool.
Bob and Doug McKenzie get a job at a brewery. It's comedy. Strange Brew. Get out there and watch that one. Okay, since Roman's a big action fan, and he likes 90s movies, 80s movies, just like me. This is an awesome movie. I did not see this in the theater. I think I was too young because it's actually rated R. But I did see it once it came out on VHS, and I've always loved this movie. The Running Man. Oh, The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a classic.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It has Richard Dawson in it, the old host of Family Feud. Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a classic. Get out there and watch it. I'm giving this 3 out of 5 max. So, and
3? That's it?
You guys wouldn't believe it. My cat is right in front of me. My cat has got a mouse he's attacking in my boat right now. That is odd.
That's awesome.
But anyway.
That's awesome.
Get out there, Running Man, Strange Brew.
Very cool. Fifth Element is a great movie, Cal. That's true. You know what movie I saw recently that was playing on TV? Let me go split screen with you real quick. I saw part of it. What's it called? Behind Enemy Lines. That's a good movie. Very.
My cat is running around my center console chasing a mouse right now.
Get him.
I almost want to pick up my camera and show you guys.
Very cool.
How did he even get in here?
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome says Oscar. What up, Oscar?
Yeah.
HTX Polestar in the house. What up, Oscar? Texas MMFC chapter.
Mad Max, that's a good one.
Oh, Leonard says, Brian, did you hear that Willow TV, that they're making a Willow TV show for Disney Plus?
I heard that they're remaking it or doing a sequel to it. Yes, I can't wait.
Is it a prequel?
I'm starting to like the series now, like series like Stranger Things, those 10-part series. Yeah. It's because I don't know. It seems like you get 10 mini movies.
It's like a mini movie. I really can't wait for The Mandalorian season 2 to come out. That is such a good series. I mean, it's so well done. It looks like a movie.
I know.
So that's in a couple of days, right? That's on the 30th. I can't wait. Okay, so next Friday.
October 30th.
Yeah, October 30th. Good. Let's see. Howard the Duck. Waterworld.
George Lucas movie, but man, I don't know if I'm going to recommend Howard the Duck.
Top Gun.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah. Top Gun.
Coneheads.
I like Coneheads. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit they made in a movie. It's a good one.
Cool. All right. So, okay, I'm gonna turn on some music.
All right, guys. So I guess.
Go ahead.
That is the end for me. Thank you again, Roman. I hope you guys enjoyed basically our recap of the summer show. Hopefully you learned a little bit about sand bass. I'm sure you guys took in some information, but thanks again for having me, Roman. I really enjoyed doing Wednesday night, and I'll be out there snagging grass and catching bass, and I'll see you guys next week. Later.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. I like how your sign off goes into your sign off phrase. I like that. That was very good. Very smooth. Awesome. Always fun to have Brian on the show. I appreciate him showing up, taking the time to prep and have a nice show for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. As always, we'll be back here on Monday for fishing reports. So Fishy Hour fishing reports. Tuesday on Twitch for some live streaming from the kayak. I know yesterday I did Street Fighter instead because I just didn't want to go out. And then Wednesdays are bait fishing with Roman and Brian. This show that you just watched. You're going to get more of this next Wednesday. We're taking Thursday and Friday off so I can make videos for YouTube. And then I might stream on Saturday again, the group outing. We haven't come up with a group outing actually. So that's actually something I should have covered. The next group outing, we'll talk about it in Discord. If you don't know about Discord, that's where we have our group communications and we figure out what we're going to do. So go check out Discord, join it, and find out what we're going to be doing this weekend. We're probably going to be fishing on Saturday. Depends on what the group wants to do. But that's the way to find out. Okay, so Discord. Let's see. The link is about to get put on the chat by the Nightbot. RomanCastro.com/MMFC Mad Max Fishing Club. I think that's it, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you guys Monday. Oh, I thought the song was gonna be over. Oh, I gotta keep talking. HoopNet video was awesome. Oh, Arnie, thanks again for reminding me about the HoopNet video. If you're gonna get into HoopNet fishing and you don't know which HoopNet to get, or you don't know how to set it up to actually fish it because you just can't take it off the shelf and fish it. You gotta set it up and rig it. Check out the latest video that we put out. Let me put a link real quick. HoopNet. Last link in the chat. I know this is a show that never ends. But thanks for the reminder, Arnie. If you're looking to figure out how to rig up your hoop nets, there it is. Hoop Netting 101 series. I did another collaboration with Captain Scotty from Brother Sport Fishing. We went over the hoop net setup. And I'm working on video 3, which will be me actually using it off the kayak. So check it out. Even if you already know how to use a hoop net and you've been doing the zip tie, the extra rope with the extra lead weight, check out that video because I have a different way to manage your line. That's going to make it easier and you don't need to carry zip ties and extra weights. You just you do it all with the rope and you tie knots and it just works. Okay. All right. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys Monday if I don't stream before then. Good night, guys. Cheers. Okay. And all right.